short video about Mars moving into Gemini, and it's going to be there for almost 8 months, which is unheard of amongst us astrologers. And so this is my report on what Mars is up to because I'm Mars ruled. So you have to figure out where Mars is in your chart, where Gemini is. I'm sorry, yeah, where Mars is in Gemini in your chart, which house you have Gemini in. I have it in the third house, so there's going to be illumination amongst communication, amongst my mental scape, because it's in the house of Gemini, which rules the mind and the mental scape. Um, and so for other people, it falls in different places. And so, yes, Mars is moving into Gemini from August to March of next year. It's something to look into. For me, at one point, it squares my Venus at 23 degrees, which I've been having a difficulty with that already. It's just interesting what's happening with my love life and my romantic occasions or whatever. But at least something is happening. I guess can't complain that there's some kind of activity, but it's kind of awkward. But anyway, trying to do the right thing still for me, really. I mean, it's just one area of astrology, where Mars is, and it's really good for Libras and Aquarius people. They will be benefiting, um, uh, e- energized with this. It's very mental, communicative. It's moving in all directions. The Mars and Gemini, so um, it's going to tend to want to communicate. So, people that have a problem with communications or something who don't understand how to understand that maybe that's what all that communicating is just you're coming from a place of non-understanding, and to try to just listen and understand from where are they coming from. Keep in mind, it's just a vigorous amount of energy coming from a mental scape. And this is the Mars and Gemini energy. I know them to be very witty, and they read a lot, and it's a high frequency of mental capacity. Really would like it. Really kind of craves a lot of activity that way. Is out and about, moving here and there. It reminds me of just kind of a joker in a um, in a suit that is doing all kinds of things throughout the day and with the merchants, and it's Mercury ruled, so you know that's falling in your house placement somewhere. Um, if you're a Libra rising, it's in the ninth house. It's going to bring that mental landscape. You already have it in there, in you, to have a curiosity about higher minded um, wisdom, like, educations. So that's probably going to upstep. You could probably be learning something new if it's at an intended level of worldly gain. It could be just that you're um, confronted with new information and you're learning a lot more and you're upstepping your education. I don't know, and you find yourself going to another place, another land. That's for Libra risings, and say, like, if you're uh, Aquarius rising, where would that put Gemini? I'm just trying to get that easy in my brain. Where would it be? It's looking like it's going to be in the fifth house, and so this is going to stimulate the romantic life of this person. There's probably good, and the activity with children and creating in general. Um, Entertainment and stuff, and just a good feeling overall. There's a possibility to get uh, when you look at this person, they're going to be highly active in being in a position of that where things are revolving around them. You know, um, So, it's ruling the heart matters there. So they, like I said, the romantic life could really light up um, for these people. And anyway, can't I'm not going to go through all the signs. Just telling you about maybe later on I will. I mean, you just need to figure out. Maybe put in the comment sections down below, and I can just tell you really quick which house that Mars is going through your chart, but you'd have to know exactly what time of day that you were born, not just the day and the year and the place. The time of day is your actual astrological vibration. It's the time of day that you first took your breath, where the sun is. It's really your rising sign. Your rising sign is the time of day that you were born. It's like your rising sign is your actual sign that you are. I am an Aries. This is what you see right away. Um, it still looks pretty good from the neck down. Aries. um, the rising sign is what protects you at a party. It's your physical ambiance. It's what people see right away. It tends to defend your inner core, which is your inner light, which would be your ambitions, and your dreams would be your sun. And I'm a Libra. It's kind of sneaky there. I love it. I love the Libra vibration, but it couldn't. Libra needs some Aries in there, but the way that it works is Aries is always learning from Libras. So I have this Aries rising that is kind of ignorant, but it's at home. The thing is like it's all at home. They call it at home because Aries rules the first house in astrology. Aries and the first house and Mars vibration are the same because Mars rules Aries in astrology, and Aries rules the first house, and that's just we've got some big flies flying around as well as yellow jackets here this summer. um, August here. I'm in the mountains, so you kind of expect that. No screen door, of course. So door. I usually keep the door closed uh, nowadays. Anyway, gosh, got right off the subject matter here. Ruined the moment, but I was trying to tell you about Mars in Gemini for the next over 6 months. Find out if you have any Gemini planets. It's conjuncting. Mars is going to start stimulating it really vigorously. Usually, Mars is just known to piss people off, but really, we don't mean that. We mean a lot of fun. We just played a little rough, but if it wasn't for Mars, um, then um, we wouldn't have heroism. And where does heroism coming from? But from adversity, some kind of shit going down, and it's like no, and you stand up, and Mars is the one who is rules man and what men are up to. Men, it rules the male in your chart, your male drive, or whatever. In a woman's chart, that's what you look at. But anyway, happy Mars and Gemini, gone retrograde in the late degree of 26 and then going back, and it's just going to be forever Mars and Gemini. So look at what squares your planets there and see what's at stress, and study it a bit, meditate, and you can rise above. And the unfortunate thing is like, okay, so you rose above it and you're like the monk that is buoyant, and you like buoyant against what? Well, there's a lot of other people that just haven't studied astrology. They don't know the possibility at all. I mean, it's just a possibility, but you'll see it. You'll see it manifesting out in your relationships and other people. Watch out. It's just Mars and Gemini likes to talk, 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 but of course, watch your words, right? Well, that, believe it or not, now I'm going to be doing that because I'm just the Aries rising, and it's in the third house. It's like, Shauna, is it now time to do that? Yeah, after 8 years of blah, fucking die. It really hasn't been diarrhea until I actually warned about it over Facebook. when I saw that my Mercury Uranus conjunction was going to start experiencing an affliction from Pluto at 26 degrees. It's still there and it's just getting trashed. And I said, and I think it was like roughly a couple of years ago before.